All right. So on today's expose, we are talking about Cecilia Reyes. Ooh, Cecilia Reyes. And she first appeared in X-Men Volume 2, number 65 in June 1997. Oh, 97! Created by Scott Lobdell and Carlos Pacheco. And she's got this mutant power to create psyoplasmic biofields, so kind of like force fields, pretty much force fields, yeah, whatever. And she is a capable medical doctor and surgeon. Yeah. She was in Operation Zero Tolerance. She was targeted. She is Puerto Rican, from a Puerto Rican family in the Bronx. That's where she was raised. But she does not want to be a superhero. She's like, no, I'm going to be a normal person. Pretend I'm not a mutant, but I really am, secretly. And then, yeah, she was in the New Mutants, what you told me. She was that doctor lady, huh? She didn't look She didn't look like she does in the comics at all, so I would have never have gotten that.
Yeah, I didn't. We'll talk about it when we get to the movie, but I didn't love their use of her in the movie. It was very not her.
Yeah, it didn't feel like her at all, based on what I'm reading. So, but yeah, she was in some different things. Astonishing X-Men, I read those too. So, yeah, cool. Her.
Cool. Her.
I go where I wanna go. Jean.
Scott!
Jean?
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Shawn. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
Oh, and I'm something of an X-fan myself. Kevin.
What is sexy? Yeah.
Just us today, back on, us.
Back on us, yes. Today we're here to talk about Tolerance is Extinction Part 3, the finale of Season 1. Not a lot happened in this episode. I was just very slow and just kidding.
Just skip to the end. It's fine.
Yeah, just skip to the end. You're fine. Last week we asked, how do you think Gambit will come back? Will he be a Horseman of Apocalypse? I guess we already got an answer. Krakoa Resurrection, Franklin Richards, or girl, she dead girl. And we did have a one-person M-boy write in to be like, Shawn, she's dead. Let her go.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
So I told him, like, you just wait. Like, it's going to happen. And he was like, I'm going to laugh at you when it doesn't. And so, like, I'm getting the last laugh.
The
so
test is on.
The test is on. So Franklin Richards got 0% of the votes. Nobody thinks that's how it's coming back. Krakoa Resurrection and Girl, She Dead Girl both tied at 14%, and Horseman of Apocalypse got 72% of the vote. So it's the popular answer.
Popular.
And again, I can't take credit for that. That theory came from Ryan Yorio, best friend of the pod. So kudos to Ryan for also being a witch and predicting what happened here. But he did give me a shout out today because something I predicted came true. So we'll talk about that.
Me too. Some of my stuff came true. I was like, ooh.
It did. All right. Tolerance is Extinction. It aired May 15th, 2024, written by Bo DeMaio and Anthony Salitti, and directed by Chase Conley. All right. Opening credits. Did you notice anything?
Where there was the door slamming on Xavier trying to probe Emma Frost. I saw that.
Yes. I think we've seen that before here and there. I think it was
Yeah.
in at least one other episode. I don't know if we've seen it before, but we did also see Xavier and Magneto in the forest when they were younger, like defending themselves.
Right.
And Magneto was the voicey voice today.
He was.
Yes. Yes. All right. Should we just get into it?
Yeah.
Should we just talk about this episode?
Let's talk about the episode. Okay. Oh, I go. Okay. Scene 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the past.
Oh, no.
A war-torn village burns as in the past Xavier and Nito share a drink, and they're wearing those same outfits from the clip we just saw in the opening credits. That's the first day they ever met, from what I believe.
Oh.
So, yeah. And they debate mutants and whether they exist. Xavier reveals to Magneto that he is in fact a mutant. Nito admits he won too. This was very queer coded, I think. Where you're trying to figure out, who's what. It's interesting.
I agree. Yeah, this was very. I feel like Bo is very leaning into Xavier and Nito, like they fucking.
I mean, it's always sure. Talk about the possibility of us fucking of mutants. Oh no, the possibility of mutants existing among humans. Okay. Just then, Eric hears familiar voices from outside. The landscape has turned into an oceanscape. Rogue, Polaris, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch cameo. Because some of them they're in the shadows. The 3 children are in the shadows. In the shadows. They're on a boat searching for Eric.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
Magneto snaps out of it and realizes they're in his mindscape. Xavier chastises Nito for what he did to Earth and to Logan. Xavier threatens to hijack Eric's mind if he will not willingly fix Earth.
Earth.
Yes. I gotta say, Magneto looked like, this is getting to Kingdom Hearts here, but he looks like Xehanort, Apprentice Xehanort. More, I guess, Terranort, if you learn the story. But yeah, he looked like the little,
Yeah, I can see that.
Radiant Garden Xehanort.
Yeah, and Kingdom Hearts, some very easy to follow and easy to understand story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I realized after I wrote this, they don't really show the kids in Rogue on the boat. You just hear them in the scene. It's later, like towards the end, they actually show them. But whatever, we shot our load early. Now everybody knows.
Now you know. That's where they are. Water is all about emotions. Like in tarot and in dreams, it all represents the emotional spirituality and stuff. So,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Look at you, dream reader.
using my witchiness, my witch powers over here to give you some information.
All right, back on Asteroid M, but in the really real world, Nito and Xavier physically continue their squabble. I like that word, squabble. Magneto pulls himself and Xavier into the air in a sexy romantic death dance of love. Xavier exerts his full control and forces Nito to use his power to restore Earth. We have, for the first time in Solving Freck's history, we have a double up of a 90s moment and a cameo wrapped in.
OMG.
Don't worry about us, Stinker. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo. So the Iron Man that they showed here is specifically the Iron Man from the 90s Iron Man cartoon, which I used to watch. When
Tony Stark had his beautiful Fabio hair.
Yes. And And like, I think I want to say I went back to try to watch it, and it's bad. It's bad. I
It's
read
bad.
recently that like the Fantastic Four show and the Iron Man show are notoriously bad in season 1, and they get better in their season 2s. But like, I think I'd have a hard time going back and watching it.
Yeah.
But amongst these cameos, we also had Silver Samurai again, Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Captain America, and that's
So
it so
many.
far. I know,
So
this
many.
was like a smorgasbord of cameos and like references.
They're
This
just
episode was
integrated
crazy.
at this point. They're just randomly strewn about.
Yeah.
Back in the no-good secret James Bond villain Volcano Leia, Bastion is excited. The power is back. He's like, oh, yes. Now my sentinel human people can be back to life. He gloats to Val Cooper that in order for Xavier to succeed, it also helps Bastion's own cause. Though, there you go. The Prime Sentinels come back online.
I want to see a cartoon or a movie where the people actually talk like we talk for them. I think that would be amazing.
Right. The way that we describe things.
Yeah,
That would be so entertaining.
It's time for the Sentinel people thingies to be back online so I can enact my dream. Let's make it
It's
happen.
interesting. Yeah. They talk because Xavier and Magneto were talking about they're like, this is our dream, which I was going to call back to the I Have a Dream speech of Martin Luther King, obviously. But also the final dream that Bastion had, it's all like this terminology, these little lingo words. So,
Yeah. Connections. I like that.
Yeah.
Bastion stands on the lake shore among Sinister and Cobble as Jean slowly drowns. She's definitely dead and not coming back. As Bastion holds the X-Men captive, he destroys the power-dampening crown. It's more of a crown than a collar. Storm pleads with Bastion to stop. She tries to tell Bastion that Xavier came to him when he was a child to try to help Bastion. Under Bastion's orders, the Sentinels begin overtaking humanity. So they're attacking like the president, they're attacking everything basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Kevin. Cameo.
Explosion.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo. Explosion. This one really excites me because I love Cloak and Dagger, and we got to see Cloak and Dagger, who, by the way, were eventually deemed mutants, and they did for a very brief time join the X-Men. So this is like everything to me.
I saw them. Yeah, I did see them.
Yeah, we also got Black Panther, but it was T'Chaka Black Panther.
T'Chaka.
Yeah. We got Omega Red and Darkstar again. We also were joined by Crimson Dynamo, who has been called the Russian Iron Man. And then we had, this was really random to me because we had Aurora, Northstar, and Puck from Alpha Flight. And for some reason, Psylocke was there. And I want to say the lady with them was Cecilia Reyes. I can't be sure.
I thought it was Cypher and Exodus again. Because they were in there too.
Oh, were they? I didn't see Exodus.
Yeah, she was behind. It was behind the Cypher.
Oh, okay. If Exodus was there, then yeah, it was Cypher. That makes sense.
So no Cecilia Reyes. Whatever.
No Cecilia. Yep. We talked about her for nothing.
But fun. All those cameos.
Yeah.
Bastion turns his attention back to Nathan. Cable is on the ground, struggling under Sinister's control. Bastion orders Sinister to force Cable to answer how many times he tried to save Maddie that day at Genosha. Ha ha ha! It's so funny to gloat. Like, how torturous. Cable answers 200. I was like, oh, 200 times you failed. Oh, so sad, little boy. Cable goads Bastion about his mother. Prime Sentinels land and prepare to kill Cable. Sinister is angry that Bastion betrayed his promise. Like, I thought he was supposed to be my plaything. What? We're not killing
What?
him. He was supposed to be my prize. How dare you? Just then, the crown remakes itself, and Phoenix rises from the lake. I called it! I am Phoenix. She easily dispatches the Prime Sentinels and crowns Bastion, severing his ties to the Sentinels and shutting them down. Yes. I have mixed feelings about this Phoenix thing happening, but
Why?
because I feel like it's such an easy way out, but I also think it's pretty and it's fun. So I don't know. And I'm just thinking about this, like, couldn't Bastion just be like, I have hands, take it off. Take off the crown, or is it like stuck on him?
I want to say it must be stuck on him. They must have thought of that because, yeah, that would be really easy to take off. But
He's
yeah,
like,
I wish they explained that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Phoenix comes.
Yeah. All right. Phoenix turns her attention to Sinister. She telekinetically lifts him and draws him in closer to herself. Phoenix tells Sinister to give up the mutant DNA he has used to stay young. Sinister reverts to his natural form, which is Joe Biden. Sinister begs Morph to show him his own face. Morph does, but Sinister don't like it. It's morphin' time, Mr. Sinister.
He cries like a little girl out the door, like, the boy doesn't like me. Don't look at me. I'm so ugly.
Don't look at me.
They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you.
Yeah, they're all going to laugh at you. How could it be on RuPaul's Drag Race with this face?
Right?
Just then, Phoenix uses up her power and Jean falls into Cable's arms. Jean and Cable have a mother-son moment. Aw, that's so cute.
Yes. And like Cable kind of actually warms up. He warms up to her. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's sensing. He's like, that's not my mother, but okay. Now you're my mother, I guess.
I'm at a point where I'm so sick of politics that I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to call out Joe Biden for not being a very pretty person.
Yeah. Yeah, it made me laugh. But it's interesting that she like pulled out all the mutant DNA that he stole over all of these years, because that's how he was keeping himself, augmented and alive and whatever. So he's like his natural age.
It makes me wonder if, is this the end of Sinister? Are we going to get into more of like Mr. Sinister's cloning? Because in the comics, Mr. Sinister has cloned himself so many times. Like you wouldn't be able to guess which one's the real Sinister anymore. Like he basically has it set up where if him or any of his Marauders, they might be the Nasty Boys again. I forget it. No, I think it's Marauders. If any of them die, a new clone automatically activates. So that's how they explain why the Marauders are a little crazy. Because every time you get cloned, you don't come back all the way correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion erupts forth from the lake. Copycat. Phoenix totally just did that. He uses his power to easily dispatch the X-Men. Bastion pulls off Cable's arm and beats him with it. Why are you hitting yourself? He then uses technopathy to coat himself with the metal from the arm. He sprouts wings. Cool. Bastion vows to crash Asteroid M into ER. He takes off into space. Now this is crazy because he is he's sacrificing his own humanity, what's left of his humanity, to embrace true machinery in a way. And that's why he's like, I'm evolving, I'm digivolving over here. So interesting.
Yeah, and it's crazy that he uses futuristic metal to do it. And this is also a form of Bastion that we have seen in the comics. So it's cool that we get kind of a snapshot. this is, he makes this form, I want to say around 2010 or so. So it doesn't happen within Operation Zero Tolerance, if I remember right, but it's cool that we get to see the full evolution.
Yes. And like this is where he reveals too, where like, or is this, maybe that's later. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't remember where it was he talks about like his true final dream. Is that here?
I don't remember. We can just put it here. Let's make it here.
Okay. I'm just because it goes along with this, because you know how he sacrifices whatever his humanity is. So his true dream was to replace humanity with machines, just like Master Mold wanted, because humans have empathy and they have that capacity to like sympathize, and he doesn't not want that. So
Yeah.
that's even crazier. So he's like, I don't want mutants, I don't want humans, I just want Terminators.
Yeah. And you're right. That was right here that he says that.
Yeah.
And yeah, what I like about it is we kind of get a flip, like a difference, because usually the bad guy is like, oh, humanity sucks, I want to take it down and start over. But in this, like, we get to see, no, humanity's too good, I want to like destroy it because I want them to hate, basically.
Right.
So I like that because I believe in humanity. I believe most of society are good people. Unfortunately, there are those who ruin it for the rest of us. So we do have to look behind our back when we're walking late at night, because that 1 out of, 50 is an asshole.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think we're good.
Yeah, and like it shows like this that show us that, we feel, we empathize, we sympathize, we have emotions, we have hearts. There's so many of us really relate to that because it's a natural part of humanity. And yeah, and to show people that you're just like them, that you have feelings and they feel for you, that is weakness in Bastion's eyes, which is it's so interesting.
Yeah, it's a very interesting study of hate, because like Bastion knows that he hates. Bastion knows in a way that he's in the wrong, but he doesn't care because he believes in it so much that he should be superior that like he just owns it.
Yeah.
I kind of wish in a way that like, hopefully this doesn't come out the wrong way, but like the Ku Klux Klan, I wish they would be a little more like Bastion. Like, show your damn face. If you're going to believe in hate, if you're going to try to take down other people's rights, if you're going to be an asshole, like, show your face. Like, own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The reason they don't is
hiding in
because
the
they're
shadows.
cowards.
Yeah,
they know
exactly.
They're wrong, and they know they're a minority, so they hide behind their stupid cloth mask. But, like, own
That's
it.
true.
I own that I'm a fag. I own that I'm gay. Like, I put my face out there. How can
exactly. Because we're braver than them. The fact that like I don't want to be surprised. I don't want people to think I'm this horrible person, even though you are. It's like, dude.
So
like, you just even suck even more.
In my weird way, I admire Bastion for that, even though I don't believe in him and I don't stand for what he stands for. But at least, like, go you, Bastion, for putting it out there.
Right. There you go. That's what we want from our villains: pure confidence and pure, taking responsibility.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
Yeah.
Back on Ass, Droid M. The X-Men prep the Blackbird for flight. Rogue buckles in the comatose Xavier and Nito as the rest of the team gather around the bruised, bloodied, and adamantium-less Logan. Rogue wonders why her surrogate dad and her daddy won't wake up.
No matter how many you leave dead and bruised and bloody along the way. Sorry.
There'll be no fun on this podcast, Kevin. Cut it out.
All right. Zoolander, if you don't know, people. Okay. Back in Nito's mind, Xavier and Nito continue their adventure. Ooh, what a fun adventure. Xavier helps Magnus up. Magnus doesn't remember anything. Xavier promises to help him remember. who you are.
Remember
You are
when
my
you
son,
remember.
the one true king. Yeah, remember when you remember.
Oh yeah, the Mufasa the Lion King trailer's out. Have you seen it yet?
I have not.
It looks
How do you
fun.
feel?
It looks fun.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
skeptical because I didn't love the live action Lion King because it wasn't really live action Lion King because it was still animated just in a different way. But Mufasa looks fun.
Okay. The atrocities I've been facing. And the Wicked trailer came out today too. So
Oh.
I still have to watch that. Yeah.
I have to watch that. Yes. In the really real world, Cyclops is happy to see Logan's pulse is steady. Oh my god, this moment. Cyclops pleads with Logan to not break Jean's heart and survive. Like, he loves Jean so much, he's like, don't die on me for her. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Cyclops gets a mental note from Jean. He is angry to hear that Bastion hurt Nathan. Xavier is able to psychically communicate with the X team. He reveals that he accidentally broke Nito's psyche. Oh, that sounds familiar.
Oopsie.
He accidentally bent it a little too much in a butt. Xavier says he is going to attempt to repair the damage before the pain consumes Magneto. But if the two are linked, when Nito dies, Xavier will die too. It's too dangerous.
Yes, and this is where I thought for sure, like, oh, this is Onslaught coming. This is gonna be the thing. I don't know, but that's where I thought it was headed.
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick, because I really thought we'd get at least a hint of Onslaught. It makes me wonder if I still feel we're going to go there. I just wonder if it's either going to be like a one-offer episode like Goblin Queen was, or if it's something that is going to be led into. Like, I was thinking about this because Mr. Sinister was kind of shown as like, oh, he's the villain of this season. And then it flipped on us and it turns out Bastion is. So I wonder if we're going to get that again in season 2 where it starts off with one and flips to Onslaught.
Yeah. Well, there is an interesting little Easter egg here too.
Oh.
I don't remember where it is, but it was like on the radio where I had the 90s moment cassette tape. Do you remember this? Like on the radio and that cassette tape in the car or the ship or whatever it is. It said 1996.06, which was the date of Onslaught's first appearance.
Oh, you know what's funny? I noticed that number and then I pulled the Shawn again where I forgot to look into it. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you're welcome.
We're definitely
I'm glad I do my research too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Jean tells Scott about Bastion's plan to destroy Earth. Forge, and Beast are hard at work fixing the jet, but they don't have enough time. It's up to the blue team to stop him. The team prepares for Bastion's arrival, and arrive he does. Bastion runs into S. Ooh, I run into S all the time too. I mean, Asteroid M, and makes his way. And makes his way to the core to Splodian. Oh, another thing I do in asses. Yes, I Splodian. This is very dangerous of a sentence. Rogue flies in and demands Bastion to remember Gambit's name. Oh, yes, she does. His name was Gambit. Remember it before laying down a brutal beating on Bastion. Ooh, the alliteration. Oh, she knocks him into the blue area of the moon, and they continue to fight. Oh.
Do you remember why the blue area of the moon is important?
That is where the shrine to the Watcher is residing. I don't know. I forget.
It's where the Inhumans once lived, but in the context of X-Men in the show, it's where the X-Men fought for the life of Phoenix against the Shi'ar.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Bastion self-repairs and takes Rogue by the neck. Roberto comes to Rogue's aid and declares his name to be Sunspot. It's finally here. We can finally call him Sunspot. And the season's over.
Oh my gosh, that name that I know now.
Yes. Definitely more flair. Onlookers watch from Earth as the fight rages on overhead. The elected officials on Earth do their best to throw blame on the mutants. Kelly listens to T'Chaka and Cap trying to reason with him, but Kelly doesn't listen to them and demands to enact the Magneto Protocol. One of my calls at work today, the patient's name was Robert Kelly, and I was like, that's so unfortunate for you.
Robert Kelly.
Robert Kelly.
And here, I just get calls from Cindy Crawford, and she's like, "No, I'm not that one."
That's funny.
Yeah. Which I don't even know if people today even know who that is, but fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Thanks for being old with me. I appreciate that. But I love the Sunspot moment because it's like it is sad in a way, but it's like he didn't embrace his true self until he was rejected from his family. In a sense,
That's true. Yeah,
he's like, my mom doesn't love me anymore. She turned me in, so I guess I can be a mutant now. Which is, it's like, it's sad that it took that to happen, but at least it set him free in a way.
yeah. And I did get a piece of intel from Ryan Yorio, who really wanted to be here today, but he couldn't make it under very short notice.
Right.
He let me know that Bo actually posted, somebody asked, what about Jubilee's Generation X outfit? Because that should have come between her current outfit and her original outfit. And Bo said, we're not there yet. So some people are taking that as a hint. Are we going to get Generation X in the show? And that also makes me wonder, Sunspot wasn't on Generation X, but would he be on Generation X? Because he's like coupled with Jubilee now.
Right.
It's things to think about. Oh, you're going to have fun with this next one.
13. All right. Back in Nito's ass. Oh. Astral plane, that is. Yes. Oh, my basement is flooded. Speaking of basements being flooded, the ocean water beats at the window, just like I beat at the window.
I just got a picture in my mind of you, like, sadly, like, jerking off on your window as you look out.
Tears on my window. I mean, come on my window.
The gardener's like out there mowing the lawn, and you're just sadly like jerking off.
Well, I love to put on a show, so I'm all like, "Who's out there? You want to watch? I'm at the window." Like, pay for my OnlyFans.
I had a morning where, like, because we're on the second story, so a lot of times I walk from my shower naked to the bedroom, and I walk through the living room. And there's one day that people were trimming the trees, and the guy was like right there, and I was like, "Oh, hi."
Come and trim my bush while
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Where are we with the scene? Okay. So the astral plane, the ocean water, the memories, the emotions beat at the window. Yes. Cracking it even more. Give me more. And anyway, Xavier and Nito are slowly being flooded by water. Oh, Nito starts to remember when he remembers, and he begins to see Xavier as the enemy. Xavier pleads with Eric that they have both hurt each other, but in the end, they are like brothers. Nito once more starts to freak out and take a turn for the worse. The ocean beats at the window. Oh, it shatters! Explosion! Oh! Okay,
much like when you beat at the window.
Yes. Oh, God.
Back on the moon, Rogue and Sunspot continue their fight with Bastion. He creates a vortex to draw them in and then throw them. With the two X-Men down, Bastion once again makes for the ass droid M-Core. Nightcrawler ports in and hitches a ride on Bastion. Cyclops, Jubilee, and Nightcrawler begin their onslaught on Bastion. Cyclops and Bastion lock into shooting whose penis is bigger match. Cyclops wins and takes Bastion down. Bastion quickly repairs and takes Psyche down. Oh, Psyche took you down back.
I loved some of the things here. He's like, we're gonna do Attack Me with the 4th of July. She's like, that's a new one, which I think is pretty much it's something that Jubilee hears probably all the time. She's like, God, this line again. Everyone tells that to me.
Yeah.
And I loved Cyclops' wide beam too. That was very much.
Yeah. And I think
like
this is when he says, like, stay away from my family, right? Like,
yeah. It kind of reminds me of when he was fighting Sinister. It's like, just keep away from my friends, whatever. So it's something he likes to shout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, where she says 4th of July. Jubilee uses her newfound discus power to hurt Bastion. The two start to fight. Jubilee mortally wounds Bastion's face. My face. It's like Two-Face now. Sentinel bashes through the roof and lands on Bastion. He's like, oh yeah, see, my Sentinel has come to save me now. But he's like, oh, never mind. It's Gold Team. Beast hijacked the Sentinel. The team watches in despair as Bastion begins to overpower the Sentinel. I thought it crushed him, but I guess not. Everyone prepares once more for battle. Cyclops demands for the team to stand down. He vows to stop fighting in the future and to embrace it. He begins to talk to Bastion about forgiveness. Now, this is interesting.
Tell us about it.
Because he's like, hey, if we want to, we have to stop fighting and embrace it. You know, that's part of the thing with the philosophy. So he's like, hey, guess what? Your mom was a bitch and a liar. And, you know, you should join us. You are not alone.
A bitch and a liar?
Yeah. Because, you know, Xavier wanted to recruit you, but she rejected him. She lied to you about saying that, you know, we didn't want you. So it's her fault.
Yeah. And this, I think, is a great lesson for all of us, because if we don't embrace the people who hate and learn from them, then we don't know how to
cycle.
Yeah, then we don't know how to combat them. We don't know how to try to make them better. We're not learning anything from them on their views or why they feel they're right, or why they're not learning why we feel their views are wrong. So this is very brave of Scott, I think, to put aside his hatred for Bastion and to offer like this olive branch. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Jean makes a stand and points out that mutants aren't going anywhere. More and more are being born every day. Bastion laughs and points out the missiles that have been launched at them by ER. The missiles hit as Bastion breaks free. They hit the asteroid core, causing it to fall from orbit. Jean throws up a shield protecting everyone. Cyclops tries to offer Bastion help, but it's too late. The asteroid explodes. Jubilee is sucked out into space. Sunspot goes to her aid. Somehow, they survive in space. So, this episode has some weird physics going on, and it's fine. It's X-Men. It's a cartoon. I'm not going to harp on it too much, but I think it's funny, like, Beast flew a Sentinel to the moon. Like, it hasn't, that much time hasn't passed. How are you flying a Sentinel all the way to the moon? How are people surviving in space? How does Sunspot just casually fly Jubilee back to Earth? Like, okay.
Yeah.
We do have a Morphin time, though. Mr. Fantastic!
Reed Richards. Ooh.
Reed Richards.
Oh, you know what's interesting here, too? After Cyclops' little speech, Bastion, this is very minimal, but he says something like, they're not like us, or how will they accept us? Meaning he's admitting to them that he's a mutant.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
good point. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Jean protects the X-Men with a shield as the asteroid explodes around them. Beast comes up with a plan to fix the asteroid. He surmises that if the team works together, they should be able to halt the asteroid's progress through brute force.
I'm going to take a drink every time we say asteroid.
Asteroid. Yes, halt it with my brute force. Oh.
Why are you doing this to me? I just took a drink.
Oh, yeah.
You're making me laugh when I'm choking on my beer.
My bear.
My beer. Forge and Val watch from the ground as Ass, Droid M.
I only got water
This-
again.
This is just an excuse to drink. I've had a rough week. Asteroid M barrels towards Earth. Forge tries to warn the team that their plan sucks. Meanwhile, Nathan sees Cyclops and Jean psychically reaching out to him. Cyclops tells Nathan he doesn't want to repeat his father's mistakes of never saying goodbye. Jean comforts Cable by telling him he has been there to help the X-Men. Jean helps Scott show Nathan his eyes. Scott tells Nathan he loves him, and the two fade out. Right? What a sweet scene.
Yeah. It's like I'm not gonna do what my father did. Come to say goodbye. And she says, he's like, I've heard stories of the X-Men and I always wanted to be a part of them. And then she's like, you're always a part of us and you're in the fight right now. So you're part of the history now, obviously. And then, show me your eyes. This is a really nice, better reason to show the eyes than the X3, The Last Stand did. This is so much beautiful. And then he says, I love you, son. Ah!
And then I like that Cable says, like, history doesn't do you guys any favors for, like, how amazing you are, basically.
Right.
Or exactly what he says.
Yeah, there's just subtle lines that mean the world.
Mm-hmm.
Cyclops goes to the core and blasts it as Storm, Rogue, and Jean try to slow it from outside. The world watches as the asteroid is deemed inevitable to impact Earth. From the cockpit, Beast works like crazies to stop the asteroid. In the infirmary, Logan calls out for Jean. Morphs into Jean and tells Logan they love him.
I am an idiot.
Aw, Morphin time, Jean.
And it was really nice, but also I'm like, does Morph love him?
Right. I was wondering that too. Is this more telling Logan that they love him, or is this more turning into
I love you, Logan.
telling Logan they love him?
Right. So, interesting.
Kevin.
Yes, did you see it? Did you see it?
We got a cameo as Peter Parker and Mary Jane directly from Spider-Man the Animated Series.
In those outfits, her little yellow sweater. I was like, oh!
Right. I know. When I watch it now, I'm like, who dresses like that? Like, was that ever a thing? Like, cowboy boots, a yellow cardigan, a purple shirt, and jeans?
I think I saw Flash Thompson in the background behind them, too.
Oh, nice.
If I remember correctly. But yeah, so that's super. And there's like little spider webs on the window.
Oh, cute.
Like these little details. But yeah, so cool. I was like, ah!
Ah! I know, because Bo said very much so, like, all these cartoons from the 90s, they exist within this continuity, so he's making sure we know.
Mm-hmm.
And this choral, like, X-Men theme gives me the chills. Like, this is so good.
Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminded me very much of White Lotus. Have you heard the theme song from that? Oh, you should listen to it. It's weirdly good.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah. On ER, Sunspot, and Jubilee fly down from space. They just fly from space, They just flew through the atmosphere with no protection whatsoever. They just,
It only
hey guys,
takes
what's
a few
up?
minutes.
Yeah.
We're not light years away. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of funny. I think, like, we're kind of pulling hairs here because, like, we are talking about X-Men where, like, crazy stuff happens all the time. But it's just funny when there's, like, actual laws of nature that we know about. And, like, they just flew down from space.
Yep. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. What's up?
There
I'm
we go.
Dazzler.
I was going to say, is Dazzler there? They fly down to meet Forge and Val. Forge announces that there won't be time for the X-Men to escape the ass droid, even if they do stop it.
Oh no. Another engine explodes on S. Droid M. It is not looking good. Nightcrawler prays for the team from the Blackbird. We go into Nito's mindscape to find the two men treading water in the bar. Xavier tells Nito that Nito's family died when he was young, and that's why he can't remember them. Xavier, he has this whole like realization breakdown when it's like, "Where are my parents?" Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
Xavier tells Nito that he and his X-Men are chosen family. Nito starts to come to and remember who he is. Remember who you are. You are my son, the one true king. In the really real world, Nito awakens and busts out of the Blackbird.
I thought this was funny because they were working, I guess that was on Earth, but like they were working on repairing the Blackbird on Earth and in Asteroid M, and he just like breaks it again. He just like busts out of it. Like, fuck
Right.
your drag. I just need to wake up.
Yep.
Nito exerts his power and takes hold of Asteroid M, halting its descent and pulling it back into space. Just then, a blue explosion emanates from Asteroid M, and it's gone. Oh,
We didn't talk about, because I know they went back to their Magneto protocols. We mentioned it, but we didn't talk about the files inside the Magneto protocols.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. I forgot to mention something about that too, so I'm glad you brought it up.
I loved that they had like the stats in there that look like the old trading cards.
Oh yeah. 90s
Which is fun.
moment.
90s moment. But also, if you look at like notable aliases for Magneto, it said David Hemblin, Ian redacted, and Michael redacted.
Oh, those are the voice actors, right?
Well, Michael Fassbender, Ian McKellen, and then David Hemblin was the voice actor in the 90s show.
Mm-hmm. That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. You have to pause,
such-
but it's there.
Good eagle eye sniper.
Yeah.
I'm really mad at Earth because this is totally how we would have reacted in this. And I'm like, what the fuck were you expecting? You just shot an asteroid that's around Earth, and now it's your fault, directly your fault, why this asteroid's falling to Earth. So now everybody's like, the mutants did it, the mutants. I'm like, no, you did it. Humans did it. People did it. Like, what were you thinking?
Right. I hate that when people just can't even admit that when they're wrong and they have to like blame somebody else. Like, oh, well, it was this. That's why. Like, dude, own up to it, bitches. And then people will like you more.
Exactly.
Just like these people with these charmed trivia, they're going on. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the proof. Shut up and just accept it.
Oh, you're having people coming for you?
Yes, in the charmed groups. I'm like, this is why I don't comment on these things. And, and it was something stupid, just like the first season episode was Victor Hollowell. After that, it was Victor Bennett. And he's like, no, but Piper. I'm like, no, that was Phoebe. You're mixing two things together. Piper wasn't until season 3 that you're talking. I think you're talking about the season 3 episode. Now the season 1 episode. I'm like, just get off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And then you go angrily like beat
Rant
the
on
window.
Yeah, right. Come on my window over you. Over you.
I just love this image of sad Kevin like jerking off on the window. I think it's gonna live rent free in my mind.
Please do not make that the picture for the day in this episode.
I will not, because I want it to be posted.
Right. But you can do Sinister running away. I don't know. No, that's probably, you can't do 2 Sinisters in a row. But yeah,
That's
it's
true.
funny. Okay, where are we?
23.
All right. 23. 6 months have passed since the asteroid M debacle. Xavier's school for gifted youngsters is closed and boarded up. People have left candles, flowers, and pictures. Forge is in his lab working away next to a familiar board of dead or missing mutants. Oh, familiar. And there's all these people's pictures up on there. Oh my goodness gracious. Bishop shows up and tells Forge they are friends, just not yet. He's like, "What are you doing, intruder?" I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I know you. Bishop tells Forge to not give up hope. Bishop tells him something or someone pulled the X-Men through time. They're alive, just missing, and now it's time to rescue them.
So we had some interesting stuff going on here. So the people of note that were not deemed missing were Iceman, Havoc, Shadowcat, who officially now makes her debut in X-Men.
Yeah.
And I think part of that, at least from what I read, is Pride of the X-Men was such a failure that Fox said, we don't want Shadowcat in the cartoon. So yeah, we've never even gotten a hint of her. Now we do see her. She's in her costume. We also
So that's
have
why you were
Magic.
supposed to watch Pride of the X-Men, probably.
Yes.
There's Kitty.
Yeah. There's Kitty. I recognize her. Shadowcat, Magic, Emma, Exodus, Dust, who also... No, she was in another episode real quick. And
Yeah.
Colossus.
Yeah, did it morph into her?
I think
no?
so. I think she was also amongst the Crack Collins, if I remember right.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
have to go
That's
back,
right.
though. One thing that I noticed that's really interesting is Archangel shows as missing. So...
Mhm.
Knowing where the ending goes with a certain villain, it's interesting that out of everybody, we haven't seen Archangel and he's missing. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Wanda and Pietro are off-world, which what that tells me is it tells me that they've probably joined the Avengers at this point. So X-Factors probably know more and that they're off-world with the Avengers, which is interesting, though, that Cap and Iron Man wouldn't be... Well, actually, it's 6 months later, so they could be out there with them. Jubilee, Sunspot, and Cable showed as AWOL, which... Does that mean absent without leave, I think? I don't remember what AWOL means. It just
Something.
means not there, yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody else shows as missing, presumed dead. And that's Archangel and all of our other regular X-Men that we know and love. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it looks just like the board that we see in Days of Future Past. So I love that we're kind of, like, coming to the future that should have passed just in a slightly different way than how it actually happened.
Absent without official leave. There you go.
Absent without official leave. Okay, I was close. That's close.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I did want to. I know, just because we're talking about Morph, I wanted to bring up what JP said about Morph in that one thing we posted from whatever it is. I forget the other podcaster. But that the term they, them was not introduced in the 90s. It wasn't something that they knew about. It wasn't a term. So it makes sense that why they would still refer. And if the official Marvel pronouns are he, they.
Okay.
So
yeah, I had seen that post too, so I found it interesting that Rogue called them they in last episode. I mean, I like it, but yeah, it's interesting that we didn't have that terminology yet, but Rogue already recognized it. So I like that they did that, even though it's out of continuity since we weren't using it yet, but I'd rather them use it than not.
mm-hmm. But it just goes to show that we shouldn't like beat ourselves up too much over it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
I kind of, because it jumped around so a lot, just a heads up, I kind of just meshed the last couple scenes into 2 scenes. So I just kind of wrote it all together.
Nice.
Rogue wakes up in 3000 BC Egypt. She sees some men ganging up on a stranger and attacks. Which I kind of like, Rogue, you don't know what's going on here. You don't know who you're fighting. You're just...
I know, like, oh, geez. Ask questions later. I'm like, that was really kind of random. Like, I don't know where I am. What did you do to me? Why are you trying to kill me?
the
Where is she?
brutality too. Like she's throwing people at people.
Yeah.
Like she just goes whole hog. I'm like, all right, Rogue.
You need a chill pill.
Yeah.
That's the 90s terminology. Chill pill.
Chill pill. Man.
Right.
Nightcrawler shows up and joins in on her fight. They both realize they ain't in Kansas no more. Magneto comes and saves the person who is being attacked. In comes Xavier and Beast. Xavier reads the stranger's mind. Magneto asks for the stranger's name. He is named In Saba Nur. Oh dear. I love that. Oh dear.
Beast. Yeah, that was really fun. It's like, oh,
So
I
I take
name.
it they recognize that name. They know
Yeah.
who they're talking to.
They fought someone like that before.
Yeah. And in case
Mhm.
anyone listening doesn't know, which I imagine y'all do, En Sabanur is Apocalypse. It's Apocalypse.
Just like the movie I Am Legend, but not like that at all.
Yeah. Nothing like that.
So yes. Scott finds himself in 3960 AD, the future. He is desperately looking for Jean. Suddenly, Jean calls out from like 5 feet away. I'm here! You weren't looking hard enough. Not sure how Scott didn't see her. She points out that they are not alone. The couple are suddenly surrounded by Clan Ascani. The leader introduces herself as Mother Ascani. Oh, suddenly a boy named Nathan, who has a mental arm, approaches with his beautiful cute little hat. He tells Mother Ascani not to be afraid of the newcomers. So this tells me that we're getting into like Slim and Red territory, perhaps. Ooh.
Ma. And do you know who Mother Ascani is?
Isn't that the one that they? I feel like didn't they have her in the past in the first series with Magneto's kids? Or is that something? No, that's Magda. Never mind. That's Magda.
That's Magda, yeah.
But she's the. Didn't they give her? They gave her to Nathan to her. Or Nathan found her. She has to do something with it. I don't remember.
She's Rachel. She's Rachel Summers.
Oh, really?
She's old lady Rachel.
Really? That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why if you look, she's wearing a hood, but if you look at her face,
see the
you can
markings?
see, from when Rachel was a hound. So I really
Yeah.
like that Bo, like, casually kind of introduced Rachel in the vision of the future in that earlier episode, just so we know, like, yeah, she exists, and now we get to see her in, like, full geesh.
That's so it's like a whole little family all split around time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
so
why
cool.
Clan Ascani cares about Nathan so much, because it's Rachel's brother. Like, she
Yeah.
got them together to protect her brother.
Right. So we're probably gonna get some of that. And now I'm thinking, if this is the Slim and Red thing, the stories that he heard of from the X-Men were probably from them to begin with, you know. So are they? They're probably not going to tell them then that they're they're his parents or his, you know.
So if it goes by the comics, excuse me, beer. If it goes by the comics, they didn't tell him they were his parents, but it's funny at a certain point. Cable's like, yeah, I knew it was you guys because,
that's right.
You know, it's kind of obvious.
Avi. Oh yeah, because like we meet someone like, yeah, you got red hair and you got and I know what you look like. I know what you look like. You can't fool me.
I think what we're going for here, what I would predict is that time gets so confusing, but I would say that the Cable that we know from the past did not grow up with Scott and Jean. I think this is the first time Scott and Jean are starting the cycle of coming to him. Yeah. So I think this will have an effect on Cable and have effect on his timeline. Okay. I think that's why we kind of were exploring, like, you're not my mom. We were kind of exploring, like, him hating Scott because his parents abandoned him. So I think this will be the way to, like, bridge that and give them a chance to, like, do it over again with Nathan as a child.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
In a post-credit scene, we see Apocalypse traversing the wreckage of Genosha. He picks up a burnt Queen of Hearts card, which Kevin so smartly picked up on all the way back in episode 2 that Queen of
Right.
Hearts was a very Gambit thing. He notices that there has been so much pain and so much death. I literally at 12:40 in the morning, because I was watching this with Alan, because I could not wait. I screamed.
It's
I yelled that Ryan
he
was
just
right.
predicted Gambit will be death. Gambit will be death. There you go. Ta-da.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious.
This
Oh
is
my goodness.
crazy.
Because he's in Genosha where it happened. He's gonna lift him up from the rubble or whatever, and you will be my horseman. Oh,
And to expand on the theory, I have a feeling, because there's another horseman at one point, who we also saw at Genosha, who we also saw got killed, and that's Banshee. So I wonder if they would bring Banshee and Gambit as horsemen.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really am excited because after Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse is my next favorite comic book villain. So the fact that we're going to see an Apocalypse origin story, the fact that we're going to see Apocalypse as an overarching villain, it looks like, the fact that we're going to see more horsemen and then be Gambit and maybe other people we know and love. Fuck. This is exciting.
Yes. And it makes me wonder because last time we saw Apocalypse or something too, it was like this whole in the time stream craziness. So maybe this is a direct result of that. That's why Bishop's coming back too, because they're all in there in that cycle of things.
Well, that's true. Because in Beyond Good and Evil, that's when he was in the middle of time. But then we saw Apocalypse try to come back through Jubilee in the Fifth Horseman in season 5. So apparently he's come back somehow within it's been like a year and a half since season 5, I think, in the continuity. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear how he came back because he's back in full force, it seems.
In the past and the future.
Archangel. Yeah. Because in the comics, we talked about the Apocalypse seed and how anybody who's been one of the horsemen can be tainted by Apocalypse. I wonder if he's come back to Archangel somehow, and that's why Archangel's missing. Ooh, shivers.
Ooh, say it again. Ooh.
Speaking of, have you heard of Mufasa, the Lion King? Have you seen the trailer?
I know I'm full of their Lion King references today, but
I know. So part of the theory that I did get right accidentally is at the end of the Fall of the Mutants, all the X-Men are thought to be dead, but they go through the Siege Perilous and then they keep up this whole act that they're dead. So we still did kind of come around to that idea eventually, just in a very different way. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. And then you're right. We're obviously going into the adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix, which is where they go to the future to raise Nathan. So that's exciting. The other thing that I'd have to read it again. I didn't really have a lot of time today to research stuff because it's been a busy day, but I believe we're kind of getting into Apocalypse the 12, which was a story that explored Apocalypse in more detail. It came out right after The Age of Apocalypse. Some of the things that we saw in that is Apocalypse corrupted Cyclops and possessed him for a bit. And then when Cyclops was healed, he wasn't quite right because bitch, you had Apocalypse in you. You don't come back right from that. And that's part of the reason. Yeah, I know. Your hole is so stretched. And that's part of the reason why he distanced himself from Jean and eventually got with Emma, because he went through such a dark time that nobody really understood him. And Emma was kind of well, I used to be evil. I get what you're going through. So I wonder if we're going to get that. Also, one of the big things about Apocalypse the 12 is it's called the 12 because Apocalypse wanted to ascend. I believe it ended up being a lie, but he wanted to ascend through using the power of 12 mutants. So it kind of makes me wonder, the fact that we saw a bunch of powerful kind of new mutants on Forge's board, and the fact that we're going into what may be the 12, I'm like, are they part of the 12? That's a lot of things. And we have like a year that we have to wait. God damn it.
Jeez Louise.
I know. I have a theory. Seven.
Okay.
I feel like the mutants that were left on the board as not missing, I think they're going to be our new X team. There happen to be 8 of them. They happen to be very similar, like, Havoc, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Emma, Colossus, Beast. Like, they're all kind of the same kind of imprint. So I think that's going to be the team. I think we're going to see Shadowcat and Iceman take, like, front seat for a little while with the rest of this team. And
that's going to be fun. So we're going to have, like, our present team plus these 2, like, past and future, I don't know, sides of happening. So, yeah. Interesting.
I think we'll get a few episodes with, like, this new team, maybe even Generation X, like some people think. Because I could see, like, Magic, Sunspot, and Jubilee at least being on Generation X, maybe with Shadowcat, because they're all kind of the same age.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we'll see a few episodes with just those teams, and then we'll start to get more of, like, where other teams are and what's going on with them. What theories do you have, girl?
I don't know. I kind of just put, like, some of my thoughts out there about what's happening with that stuff, but I don't know. I still have problems. See, that Phoenix moment, I talked about how I had mixed feelings about it. I have problems with the fact that, like, oh, it's in there whenever it wants, whenever we're in a pickle, just, oh, here she is, It's just, it's like a weird, just, like, happen to fix all. And I don't like that. It's like, okay, now that Phoenix is gone now. Oh, okay, back to normal. it just seems
I can see that.
Too easy and too, like, I don't know, just odd. Like, just like it was there for the moment. So I hope that's not something that's going to be a thing, a come and go thing. I do think that the Phoenix is going to be a bigger part going forward because it kept showing us those clips, and just have that little moment. Like, I think that's just to give us the tease of something bigger is about to happen with her. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and I was wrong. Jean did not die, so I have no problem admitting that I was wrong.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess it does make sense. We've already seen her die. How many times are we going to see her die in the show? So yeah, that's fine. All right, tell us about your feels for the episode and then rate it for me. Britishly bitchin' like Emma, pretty cool like Iceman, Australian Wolverine, you kind of love it, but kind of hate it. Fat and sweaty like Jubilee, or unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool.
Yeah. This was another fun episode. Really great moments, really interesting, pretty visuals. Like, the animation was so pretty. I love the Phoenix moment. I love the Bastion. It looked badass and super cool and scary and horrific, and lots of really great things. I don't feel like it's as strong as a lot of the other episodes this season. It kind of ended a little bit lackluster for me in terms of what we got before. So it's not going to be Britishly bitchin' for me. I like the setup of what we got. I like what's in there, but I think overall it's just going to be pretty cool.
Okay. I see you. And, yeah, I'm going to give it a pretty cool, like, Iceman Plus. Like, it's very close to being wonderful, but I think what makes and breaks it for me is we have these very intimate scenes with Xavier and Magneto, which are very needed, but it also, like, slows down the episode. So I think that's what holds it back for me. Yeah, I don't know how to say that any better. It's like with Kill Bill Volume 2. It's not as action heavy, but it's good because it doesn't need to be. But I like Kill Bill Volume 1 better. All right. And who would you say is the MXP or most excellent player?
I give it a tie. Because it's kind of a duo. Scott and Jean, for me. It's them together. I mean, because Scott was doing some really great things and being the bigger person, being the bigger man. But then Jean was also, really there to support and really there for Cable. And the two of them together, they didn't save the day necessarily, but they wanted to make sure that they did not abandon their kid. I mean, even though, Jean isn't really the mom or whatever, but Maddie's still in there. I'm convinced Maddie's still in there. So they made the effort to say goodbye, and that's the scene that broke me the most. And so that's why I'm giving it to them for just really being there and being good parents.
I don't think I ever told you, but it makes me such a proud parent to hear you like remembering all the shit that I told you about X-Men and like quoting it back. Like, oh my God, girl, get it.
Yeah.
You have such a good memory.
There you go. That noggin.
I'm gonna give it to Magneto. Beyond just the fact that he was like the midnight hour that saved humanity, the fact that he was so sure about like, if you show me my childhood again, I will kill you, basically. Like, he was very much like, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. He was very quick to admit that he was wrong in this case. Like, he listened to Charles, he knew that he did something wrong eventually. He stuck by his guns and he saved everybody. I really enjoyed Magneto in this episode and the way that we got to see him process and learn from Charles. Like, I feel like we haven't really been able to see that happen with him the way it did in this episode.
Yeah.
What would you say is the X factor?
Okay.
Okay.
This is the theme of this episode, and it's really beautiful. That even though you lose people you love, the X-Men will always have you back. Your found family will make sure that you are not alone. No matter, so that's really an X-Men thing, and it's a really beautiful thing, and that's why I love that. It's like, and also something that with Magneto, like, your grief does not have to influence every decision that you make for the rest of your life. You can't become a slave to it either. So obviously you'll make decisions and you'll be informed by what the pain that you have, but you can't let it, affect every part of you. So those things.
I like that. Yeah, and for me, what really resonated is seeing the X-Men, especially, I think, Cyclops, being so willing to lay down their life, even if the plan is terrible. Like, they were ready to do whatever it takes to either stop Asteroid M or go down with it. So I think that's something we see a lot in the comics, and then seeing like the way Magneto came in at the last hour and like saved everybody. Like, I feel like that writing is a very good tribute to the comics and how things kind of worked out in the comics. So I love that it was written that way. I love seeing the X-Men so, stalwart in their decision to throw down everything to save the people that hate them. And then, seeing Nito like change his heart, like, that was everything. Kudos to Bo for writing it that way.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we both probably know the answer to this, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times. Previously on, who do you think pulled the X-Men through time? Was it Apocalypse? Was it the goddess Roma? Was it Rachel as Mother Scanning? Was it Tempo, who literally has the power to pull people through time? What happened?
Who are the options again? Apocalypse.
We have Apocalypse, Roma, Rachel
Who's Roma?
Summers.
Oh,
Roma is the goddess who we talked about was part of Life Death. When they were, when Forge and Storm were trapped in that other dimension, Roma was the one who was kidnapped by the adversary, and she's the one who brought all the X-Men back to life. So that's why I added her as an option, since we're still kind of referencing Life Death. I don't know that they'd introduce her into the series, but I mean, she's part of it, so maybe.
Okay. And then the other ones were?
Apocalypse, Roma, Rachel, or Tempo.
Apocalypse. That's what I'm thinking. Because with Tempo was not gonna. Tempo, no. No, Tempo was here, but she's always behind the scenes. She's not gonna make herself known. Rachel, I don't think. I think she's. I don't. I think it's Apocalypse.
Okay. So I kind of at first thought Apocalypse, but I changed my mind eventually to Rachel.
Okay.
And the reason why is it's interesting to me that Scott and Jean ended up in the fuchsia
Where they did
with Mother Scanny, with Nathan, and the fact that the rest of the team go back to Apocalypse, it feels very pointed. Somebody was like, these are the two places I need you to be in order to make some sort of change. So these are the places I'm going to send you.
Oh, so in order to stop Apocalypse, so that was her act of just like, yeah. Or it's a combination of the two. Maybe somebody else sent the people back, and then she ripped them and brought them to the future.
That's a good point too. Yeah, maybe. I cannot wait for season 2 now.
Yeah, I know.
So next week, I read that we are going to get a making of X-Men 97. So we plan on covering the highlights of that along with any, overall thoughts we have for season 1. We plan on having a guest for that. After that, Sexy Xy's, Kevin and I need a break. We need a break,
Yeah. Oh
girl.
my goodness, we've been working so hard. Oh,
Yeah.
my brain.
My brain. Oh yeah, and speaking of working hard, Kevin's jerking up at the window again. But also, X-Men 97 Comic Book 3 comes out next Wednesday, the 22nd. So we plan on covering that for you. That'll probably also be out. We haven't really talked about when we're going to record it yet, but pretty early, like probably between Thursday and Saturday, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So expect to get those 2 episodes next week. And then next week, we will announce how long we'll be away. And then we'll come back and do the remaining 3 movies we need to get done. And then we'll start on X-Men Evolution in the meantime. Get as far as we can in that before season 2.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited to do X-Men Evolution with you since I've never watched it all the way through. I'm excited to get excited for it through the excitement that you bring for it. I'm excited for you to walk me through it. I'm excited to make new sound clips for all of the freaking
yeah, it's gonna be interesting
culture
to
stuff.
get my memories.
Yeah. All right, but enough about my excitement. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can follow my personal Instagram, KJEEZY87. Or the other podcast I do, Words of the Witches. We are on the verge of returning, but we're doing a little bit of an interim, special episodes where the musical's out, and then I want to do a few just talking about the aftermath of it and discussing the project and people's questions about it, and just kind of going behind the scenes about that. So we'll do that before we come back for season 3. So
yay!
Yeah.
And I'm on board. You're my podcast ride or die girl. Whatever you need from me for Words of the Witches, I'm here for you.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun going forward.
Yeah, we could totally jerk off on Windows together. I love it.
The dream. That's my final dream.
Yep. Screw you, Ashton, and your final dream. We just want to jerk off on Windows. You can find me under Shawn Perrett. Last name is Porrett on Instagram. I put links there for everything we're working on, Words of the Witches, for our YouTube channel, for our TikTok, for my book, for everything. So yeah, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next week, Sexy Xy's.
Yay, bye.
Bye.